Hello and welcome to another edition of We Stream. Today we're going to be checking out Quadeca, Sisyphus. Before we do, I'm a musician, I make my own content, and you should check it out.
I don't really know anymore. I don't really care if I conform. I just miss the good old days. Gonna do my thing. Pop punk is dead anyway.
That's a clip from the song Pop Punk is Dead from the album of the same name, which comes out very soon, March 30th. There will be a pinned comment with a link on how you can pre-order it. Pre-order it on iTunes. If it charts top 10 anywhere on iTunes, you guys get an early face reveal. So if you like pop punk or anything of that nature, go get the damn album, and that's the plug. If you don't know what Sisyphus is, that's the old, myth, the dude that pushes the rock up the hill. The moral of that story is to embrace and learn from failure and always strive to be your best. Let's see what Quadeca, the youngster who is now into college years, does with the concept. So let's get into it. This looks like the same landscape as where he left off on his last album. We got a dramatic intro. This feels like the first song on an album to me right now. It feels like that opener song has that like build into it, all the little vocal harmonies. I think he's wearing the same coat that he did in his last music video too. That's something that the kids are really into. That really crunchy, compressed sound. I know YouTube compresses sounds a bit, but you could tell this was mixed in that Billie Eilish fashion where everything's really crunched and compressed, which as someone who's a big snob on really loud music in my own mixes, much louder than a lot of audio engineers like, I'm oddly not a fan of crunching it that much. It's just like a step up from what I do, but it's been made very popular by these Gen Z kids. I don't know why, but they love that crunchy audio. Maybe it's because of all the memes that do it, but crunchy audio, making everything like that is the Gen Z trademark by all the popular Gen Z artists, which is why I say Quadeca going for that mainstream. He's gonna be there.
I've been so melodramatic with you on this climb. Can't wait to feel shitty and tell you about it another time.
This feels like it's exactly picking up where the last album left off. I wonder if he had this done at the same time, or if he came back to the same place like a year or two, or how. I think it's been a year later.
All of the blistering men's and the callous, even our bickering getting.
He looks exactly the same.
Nostalgic. All of those little.
Even our bickering's getting nostalgic. Okay, so we got this so far a romance story, which is. I'm wondering where he's going to go, because the title is not really a romance sort of title. At least the meaning of that story isn't.
Things melting the mountains in my mind. August came by, saw you say bye. Wanna stay by your side. What the fuck do you say when you know life cannot be the same, but you try and try? If those footsteps remain after time went by, something expiring. I guess them butterflies in my stomach, I've been fucking retiring. When I'm back on the clock.
What was with the machine guns on the other? Yo, oh boy, this is Gen Z vibing hard.
You're only with me in the back of my mind.
You can hear the way that the synthetics are random. There is so much random to Gen Z music, so much random. Millennial music was all about trying to have that stupid future vibe. Everything felt like it was trying to be 10 years into the future. Fuck, the Black Eyed Peas even would brag in every song that they were so futuristic. I'm not trying to say that Gen Z is the only one that does weird shit in their popular music. So don't get it twisted, kids. Every generation has stupid trends that probably won't age well, but will make you super famous. The Gen Z trends are super compressed stuff, and just weird, mostly for the sake of weird. You know, I think some of the first forerunners of that, from engineer perspectives, like whoever made the beat for the Single Ladies, the Beyonce song, they were on that mode of just random synths just kind of slapped together to see what would happen. That's where this is. And like I said, it's very, very popular. It's not for me, but I understand it.
It's a cycle, it's a path I can't find. Sisyphus, grimace is the ride.
This feels like the next evolution of dubstep in certain spots too. Like the chaotic nature of this. Wait, we actually have the mention of Sisyphus now. Let me pay attention to the lyrics.
Sisyphus, grimace is the ride. Vulnerable. Maybe it's my fate and it's all my fault.
All right, so he's using Sisyphus for the repetitive nature, rock and roll, haha, rock and roll. So he's using the tragic end of Sisyphus' story, it seems, rather than the actual moral implication of that story. The moral of the story, the purpose of the story, because most of those stories had moral implication, was what I mentioned at the start of the video. This is not really so far talking about the moral implications of that story, but the literal part of that story, the famous part of the story of his, the very end, when he's doomed for all time, damned by Zeus to roll up the rock, and then it'll roll back down and roll up the rock. So that's where Quadeca is focusing his attention, it seems, so far as his themes of the song.
And I know you got a mountain on you. Wish it wouldn't feel so broken to me. Try to take the edge off, but that only brought it closer to me. And I just wanna live in a motherfucking log cabin in a
Like I just put MF log cabin.
place where you never have to call back, never have to log back in. I've been that log, the black fog, I fall back in. Dreaming of times it wasn't all madness.
Dude, his flows are so strange. Again, everything about Quadeca for me screams Gen Z. It just screams it. Weird flows that just kind of hit wherever they want to. Weird music that does whatever it wants to. Weird meme compression crunching that does whatever the fuck it wants to. The haphazard nature of Gen Z is so perfectly captured in Quadeca. This dude gonna be the most famous out of YouTube that we sing in a long time. I feel like Quadeca's gonna pass up like the KSIs and the Daxes and the Tom McDonalds who have made a name on YouTube. If Quadeca continues to put stuff out, he's gonna pass them all because he's gonna have the young demographic, the one that pushes shit, the most in his pocket. This is future. This is the new music. I'm not really gonna listen to it, but to be honest, I didn't listen to the main popular music of my generation either. But you can't help but respect it. This kid's gonna blow up with shit like this.
I just can't mimic it though. I've been in Sisyphus mode, looking up the path of a tall mountain, and I keep getting stuck in these potholes. Maybe I should just let the rut roll. I've been so close to the peak, I know, but I'm trying to stay away from the drop though. So I don't.
See, Quadeca's got that perfect balance of pop culture friendly, but artistic genuineness. You know, he's got that vibe that those like the Billie Eilishes and the Lords have, where you could tell there's enough artistic talent and intelligence there to grab the artsy kids, but there's also so much mainstream appeal that you'll grab all the other kids, and the lyrics are made in a way that all the other kids will still be able to gravitate. I mean, Quadeca, he's got this in the bag. He's gonna blow the fuck up.
They only love me when I'm back on the clock. You're only with me in the back of my mind.
Oh yeah, and it doesn't hurt that, you know, his voice is appealing to listen to. I mean, if you need any proof that Quadeca is gonna blow the fuck up, look at most of the old heads who have listened to him. A lot of them, I think, who was it, like Twista, shitting all over Quadeca when he heard him. That's usually a good sign. If you clearly have high production value and you're talented, and the generation that came before you shits on you because they don't have like the musical or emotional intelligence to know that just because they don't like it doesn't mean it's not the next wave, it's usually a good sign that you're going to be very successful and popular.
It's a cycle, it's a path I can't find. Sisyphus, grimace is the ride. And all vulnerable. Maybe it's my fate and it's all my fault.
I like the hook of this, except for the random synths in the background. So yeah, I mean, the fate of getting old is when new music comes out, you know, you're probably not gonna fuck heavy with it just because You have to be at a certain stage in your life to fuck with like really new vibes for most people. And then you have to have nostalgia to carry it and enjoy it in the future.
And I know you got a man now, yeah. Watch your step, lifting slow, giving all, imprinting the snow, and all of you to pieces till it's all left.
Yeah, I mean, listening to this, I've said it throughout this video. Quadeca is just gonna blow the fuck up. And it's gonna be weird because I feel like I'm gonna get dislikes and hate comments on this reaction because I don't personally really jive with this. And like people are so insecure about their own stuff that they just can't handle that. But don't get me wrong. This is great, top shelf, an epic representation of what it is. It just so happens that what it is, I don't personally care for. But holy hell, there's a lot of talent and a lot of like, this is gonna go. This is gonna fucking go. Oh, it was a shitty ass year the time you were away? Well, congrats on the exploding fame that is going to come to you as you keep doing this, Quadeca. You seem like a good kid. Boy, it doesn't get more Gen Z than this. You gotta love seeing the new wave. My personal ear holes don't love it, but I love to hear what the next wave is into. Even if I don't like it, I just enjoy. The artist in me likes to see what's the next generation wanting to do. And every time I watch Quadeca, I feel like I get a glimpse into what the next generation is about. Oh wait, the album's called From Me to You. That's right. Hey, it comes out a day after my album. Cool. Well, I've said what there is to say. Do I personally like this very interesting, abstract Gen Z, compressed, crazy, synthetic, all over the place, artsy style? No. Do I appreciate it and respect the talent? Absolutely. Do I think Quadeca's gonna blow the fuck up? You better believe it. Take all of that as you will, and I will keep watching Quadeca because I'm always, if nothing else, interested and entertained. Until next time, I scheme, you scheme, we all scheme for ice cream. Bye!